when I learned that Sega would be releasing a slew of new Game Gear titles for the 3DS Virtual Console, I figured we'd be seeing the usual suspects. Sonic, maybe some mean beans, you know? And then I saw the actual list and was met by my two favorite words in all of gaming: Shining Force. Or as you might call it, Sega's answer to Fire Emblem. Of course, here in the States, we never really got to play Fire Emblem until Smash Brothers players around the country raised the question, who are these jerks? Not to say Shining Force is perfect in that regard, though. We famously only got a third of Shining Force 3, and even this release, subtitled The Sword of HAJYA, misrepresents itself a bit. It used to be known as Shining Force Gaiden 2, the sequel to the first Game Gear Shining Force title, what they're presuming we don't know about. And that's disappointing because even scaled down, operating on effectively Sega Master System grade hardware, and obscure as all hell, it's still unmistakably Shining Force, and that's tough to beat. I mean, seriously, the game opens with a human sacrifice. Tough to beat. The evil Yom Kingdom is designed to steal the Sword of HAJYA, which is terribly important. So important, in fact, that Prince Nick of Cyprus, no, not that Cyprus, storms off to war, leaving the defense of the sword to his longtime companion Mayfair and a band of rookie guards. Then one jackass gets the wise idea to open his mouth and say those fateful words, "Nothing is gonna happen anyway." Bam! Invasion, and while said rookies are battling back goblins and Skaven, hopefully Games Workshop doesn't bring the Warhammer of copyright law down upon us, some schmo infiltrates the castle, absconds with the sword, and you gotta chase him through battle after battle. Expect plot twists, expect the stakes to raise by about 2 new dangerous enemy units in each confrontation, expect to spend inordinate effort leaving enemies at 1 and 2 HP just so your slow-to-get-started monk can sweep in for kills. Wait, I know that name. Luke's a warrior, not a monk. You're thinking of Gong. The hell's up with Slade being a healer and not an anthropomorphic rat ninja? The world's gone topsy-turvy. Fortunately, even if the names are confusing to longtime fans of the series, the gameplay is as good as you've come to expect. That is, if you don't mind the occasional AI brain fart. You're still battling over hill and dale, maneuvering your troops around the field of combat, exploiting terrain for defensive purposes, casting spells, promoting units for exemplary performance. Really just take Fire Emblem and remove weapon durability and permanent death, and you've got the core Shining Force experience. Primary difference is, Shining Force wasn't afraid to rock the Technicolor hair anime aesthetic and character portraits in 1993. And those portraits, along with the series' hallmark battle scenes, have passed through the shrink ray and come out on the Game Gear looking pretty darn respectable. The one thing that didn't make it, though, are the cities full of NPCs to interrogate, burgle, and nearly run over with a pushcart. Instead, you get a generic camp screen with the Force's headquarters on one side, a shop on the other, and Mayfair herself filling the role of priest to raise the dead or promote units. So that's why she's not on the front lines. While the Game Gear put up a fight against the Game Boy back in the day, I can't say I'm too eager to try to play an RPG on one. We know how that thing ate batteries. But now, with this 3DS Virtual Console version, that trepidation is gone in favor of save states, because this being a direct emulation of the US version, the inexplicable overpowering of third-tier magic is still a thing, and close it and go game suspension. If you're interested in playing a remade, less broken version though, the first 2 Shining Force Gaiden games were compiled into Shining Force CD for the Sega CD. You just need to, find a copy, and a working Sega CD, and RAM cart. I'll take this for the time being.